What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Zach and Pat Show. I'm Zach.
I'm Pat.
This is the show about manhood, fatherhood, entrepreneurship, and the mentality it takes to be successful at those things. And we'll probably sprinkle in some helpful real estate advice too, because that's what Pat and I do. You know, guys, life can be tough. We can go through some things and struggle at times, but this is the show to let you know that you're not alone. So if you're someone out there going through any of these things, this is the show for you. We're doing a duet today, man.
What's up? It's been a minute.
Yeah, we haven't done one of these in a hot minute.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we had a guest cancel on us, so we're just like, you know what? Let's just sit down, just the two OGs, and just sit here and talk.
Right back at it again.
Yeah, we haven't done one of these.
It's been a while.
Yeah, I mean, I think honestly, in this new spot, I think we've only done two other ones, just because we've been pretty blessed to have, a plethora of guests to choose from. And
yeah, it's been great.
Yeah, so, how's everything been going with you, man?
Been good, man. Just staying busy. It's baseball season for both. Connor started playing machine pitch, and it's been fun watching him, but then coach a 17, 18U college prospect team that we started at the beginning of June. It's 8 weeks long, and trying to pass along some knowledge that I have and get these guys ready for college ball. And so that's been going on. And then work, busy season, lots of pre-approvals. Contracts are still a little slow, but hey, that's part of it. But, eventually they'll all hit and be nice.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm very busy right now too. I mean, I've got 2 listings pending right now. I got two buyers pending. I got 3 buyers I'm out showing houses to pretty regularly, and I got 3 more listings coming on here soon. So
there you go.
Busy boy.
Nice.
It's good. It's just, it's like I feel like I'm always out showing houses right now lately, because I went through a period there where I was not working with, I wasn't very busy with buyers, and now it's like I feel like I've been flooded with them over the last 2-3 weeks. I just keep sending you people, and it's like I'm going to keep, once they all get pre-approved and everybody gets rolling, I'm really going to be busier, even busier than I am now. But yeah, everything's good. Can't complain too much.
How's the new kitchen?
Dude, it's a game changer. Still waiting for a couple things to get finished up, which I'm hoping beginning of next week they're going to come over and wrap everything up. But yeah, it's been an absolute game changer. It's so nice. I love it. It's yeah, I mean, I feel like every time I walk downstairs in the morning, I'm still a little fuck yeah, this is my house now. Hell yeah. It's it's really pretty. I'm very happy with it.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, man, we were going to bring up this today just for us to talk about. I came across this post on Instagram, and it is someone asked CHAT GPT the top 10 things that humanity should know. And it's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So, I just kind of figured we could just kind of go through all 10 of these and just kind of talk about them. So the first one is you are being tracked constantly. So, I mean, with all of us, I mean, it's nothing we probably didn't already know. It's just with our phones in our pockets, it's always listening to us. I mean, how often do you, say something and then all of a sudden it's showing up as your ads on Instagram if you're talking about, dude, we were literally just talking before this. I was talking about the electric Silverado that just came out, and I was like, I bet I'm going to be getting.
Oh, yeah. I mentioned the water guns.
Yeah. You getting the water guns now?
Yeah. They're popping up everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to buy some.
Yeah, it works, but it's just creepy how it thinks or how it just listens to you.
I wish everybody would just start talking about mortgages and bam, Pat Doyle.
Pat Doyle. I want to sell my house, and my name pops up.
Yeah.
But yeah, on here it's your phone constantly pings GPS even when apps aren't open. Smart devices like TVs, fridges, and doorbells all collect your behavioral data.
Well, I mean, the Nest thermostats too.
Yeah.
I remember when we were looking for with the kids when they were little, and we were looking for cameras, what camera we were going to use.
Oh yeah,
people were hacking into cameras.
We literally have the one that they can't be hacked because it doesn't connect to Wi-Fi.
Nice.
So I mean, that's literally why Gina, or why we wanted the one. Gina, of course, is doing all the research on this stuff.
Right.
I would have just they want I could see from my phone. Cool. I don't have to carry the little monitor around. Sweet. Yeah. But yeah, so we have that one but it seems like it's such a creepy thing that someone just wants to watch a baby sleep.
Yeah.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
Right. It's just weird shit.
So creepy. I guess it's and they know the baby's in the, it's it's so creepy to even think about.
Yeah, and here it says like data brokers build shadow profiles often more accurate than what you've told people. Like that's crazy. Like they're
Yeah.
just like the shit they're listening to, and then they're just building profiles based on that. Like
Oh yeah, dude. And then I mean, it's crazy. I mean, obviously you and I both use Chat GPT a ton,
right.
and it's crazy how much it actually like knows you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can type in there. Like the other day, we were all joking around. We just had telling Chat GPT to roast us, and it's like talking about all these things that are like pretty true about me. And it's like, damn, like it really fucking knows a lot about me, and
Thanks,
it's
Chat GPT.
yeah, it's crazy, man. This data is sold, weaponized, and used for social engineering and targeted manipulation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, who would have thought 10 years ago that our data would be so valuable?
Right.
Because it's like, I mean, it clearly is, because it's something that people can use for marketing and
Talking about all
everything.
that blockchain stuff, and it's just crazy.
Yeah. So, the second one, ultra processed food is engineered for addiction, which is
I think you and I probably knew that already.
oh yeah. I mean, I
Yeah.
think everything in here is not like a big surprise by any means, but it's just like interesting to discuss because like, you know, I mean, this food industry has just hijacked our fucking senses.
Right.
I mean, we're all these things that exist in our food are not, typically found in nature, or not found in nature, like in at least in the way that it's supposed to be.
Right.
And our brains and our, taste buds have not adapted to 2025. They're still stuck in the, in the however many years ago,
Yeah.
the original Homo sapien, or the original, bipedal hominid that we are. Like, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, because,
I mean, look at all the shit that like is legal here but illegal in other countries.
mhm.
Like the red dyes that you're seeing and stuff. Like
Yeah, well, if you look at like, you get Fruit Loops here and you get Fruit Loops in Canada, like they're two completely different things.
yeah, and then you've got like Callie and Casey Means. We're talking about all the plastics and stuff that are in our food.
Mm-hmm.
It's just insane.
Yeah, I thought I saw somewhere that like we're ingesting like a credit card worth of plastic. Can't remember if it was per week or per month.
Jeez,
But like, if you think about that, that's fucking wild.
that's crazy.
We're eating a credit card pretty much every week, or I can't remember if it was every week or every month, but like, regardless, I mean, every week's even crazier, but like even every month, like that's wild.
Right.
But I mean, everything we eat is covered in plastic.
Yeah.
Like you can't just go to the grocery store and, I mean, you can, I guess, just like throw a bunch of produce in your cart,
Right.
Everything's got a sealed plastic bag around it.
Well, even the produce that you get, they give you a plastic bag to put it in.
Yeah, exactly.
So, it's just and like here it's talking about like ingredients like sugar, salt, and fat are optimized to light up the brain's reward system. And then companies use bliss point testing to make food food irresistible. So like they're
like Lay's,
Yeah.
Bet you can't eat just one.
Right.
Well, they fucking engeneered it
right.
engineered
Pringles,
it
once
like
you
that.
pop, you don't stop. Like
Right.
it's true.
Well, dude, I literally watched Calvin eat an entire. The other day we were out shopping and he got him he was wanting chips, and so we got him a thing of Pringles. The kid in like a 20-minute drive housed the entire fucking. We just like gave him the can in the back seat, and when we got to where we were going, it was completely empty. We're like,
Holy shit.
holy shit, we're okay. I didn't think he was gonna eat that many.
Right.
Like I wouldn't have let him have the whole thing if I would have known that he was gonna, just house the entire can of Pringles.
Right. Well, nothing's going to change because, I mean, if you look at the last bullet point, these foods are linked to chronic diseases and rising health costs, but remain profitable for everybody. So, it's almost like, you hear about the health industry in some of these places and like drug industries and like big pharma, how much money they make, but nobody's regulating them because they're all making money on it.
Right. Everybody's
Same thing with the food.
They've got their hands on everything. They're advertising on everywhere. I mean, especially with pharmaceuticals, us and New Zealand are the only two countries in the world that allow advertising on television.
Yeah.
And for pharmaceuticals. And I mean, the food, even these foods, it's the same way. Like it's kind of, I mean, we wonder why we're the most, I mean, not the most, maybe we are the most unhealthy country, but like, I mean, per capita, we're very, very, I think 70% of the population's obese. And, it's due to our food,
Right.
it's, like, eating healthy is difficult. Like
It is.
it's not you have to go out of your way to eat
Healthy.
healthy, like it's not an easy thing. And like, unless you're someone who actually like really cares about it and make it a priority. Like I think I just posted, I think I just saw something that Chris Williamson, he just released his newsletter, and it's more, you're more likely to be a millionaire than have a six pack.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like 12% of the population has a six pack, or no, what was it? It was something like that. It was, got it right here. Just while we're talking about it. Yeah. Percent of U.S. men with a visible six pack, 2.5%. Percent of men in U.S. who have millions or who are millionaires, 12%.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
And it's like, that's wild.
6 times more likely to be a
to be a millionaire than you are to have a six pack. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, you got to go out of your way to, and you have to be educated on it too, because it's like, it's not information that's like taught in schools or like, even like tracking your macronutrients like you and I do. Like that's not something that is, you say track your macros unless you are like someone who's, been around the fitness community or fitness, been involved in fitness. Like that's going to be they don't know what that means.
No.
And
they're about what the fuck's a macro?
What's a macro? Like, carbs are bad. Like it's just people that just like have these things. Like carbs are bad. It's like, well, no, carbs are fuel.
Yeah.
You gotta
moderation, healthy dose.
Of course.
Yeah.
Just like everything else. Speaking of diet, Gina and I just started the carnivore diet again.
Yeah.
We decided we got like a month till we leave till Florida, and her and I are both kind of in like fat loss phase right now. And, I was like, hey, I think I kind of want to do this, because every time I've done it, I've always felt really, really good. I think it's the third time I've done it. And every single time I always feel incredible when I'm doing it. And I think, and I don't necessarily know if it's because of, going from like a high carb, low fat diet to a high fat, low carb diet, which that might be a piece of it. But I think it has to do with your like kind of eliminating all processed bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
are you guys doing like ground beef and steak and like, all that, like every meal?
I mean, what I literally just ate this morning,
eggs are included in that.
Yeah. So we're doing dairy as well. So we're doing like all animal products. So cheese, yogurt, milk. I don't really drink milk, but and then we're giving ourselves a few asterisks, like we're allowing ourselves protein shakes.
Gotcha.
I'm allowing myself sauces, like for like today, for example, for breakfast, I ate 4 pieces of bacon, 4 eggs, cooked in butter. And then for lunch, I literally just had 2 4-ounce burger patties with a slice of cheese on each of them, and that was lunch. And then I think tonight we'll probably do steaks or something, and it's really not hard at all. Yeah. I like it. I mean, it's not something I could like sustain forever, because it's like, we all like our carbs and our, shit, but it's like for a month, it's something I can do. And it's something I can like, it's easy to stick to, like last night we went out to dinner and I just got some wings. Like, boom, easy, like I just got wings, and I got the trashed wings with hot sauce on the side.
Yeah.
Easy, like house 12 wings last night, like it was great.
That's gonna be a good show debate right there. Chicken wings in St. Louis. Where'd you go?
I went to Joey B's.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'll put it out there. Ob Clark's has the best trashed wings in St. Louis. Oh, hands down.
I don't think I've ever been there.
They're phenomenal.
Yeah.
They're very good.
I'll have to try it.
Yeah, they call them their dirty birds.
The dirty birds.
Dirty birds. Yeah, they're good. Mulligan's in Chesterfield, right there at Manchester and Clarkson. I'm not sure, but it's over there. Way out Manchester. Mulligan's has got good ones.
Garvey's in South County. I feel like that's a classic trashed wing spot.
Yeah.
When I grew up.
The Wing Ding, or what was it? The Winger. Do you remember what that, like, we used to go there and you get a pound of wings, a pitcher of beer, and yeah.
Oh, was that yeah, you're right. I think it was something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
But yeah, no, those Ob Clark wings, man.
I have to go there, man.
During hockey season, when we play Wednesday night games, if we're at 8, we play at 8 or 9:15, we'll usually go up there afterwards and just house some trashed wings.
Nice.
They're so good. My mouth's watering just thinking about them.
Should we go to our next one here?
Yeah.
3, the internet is increasingly sanitized and controlled. It's crazy.
Algorithms prioritize content that maximizes ad revenue, not truth or accuracy.
Yeah, I mean, it's all the shit that, it's the shit that people share and the shit that upsets people. That's the stuff that fucking spreads like wildfire.
Right.
Especially the things that people comment on the most, and the stuff that people, it's the shit that pisses people off, I think, is.
Well, yeah, you're going to get more reaction out of people being pissed off than people being happy. So, you're going to see more of that negative shit. Well, I don't. I mean, I guess I look at my news feed and there's not a lot of. I get like, it's weird. I get some like negative type shit, and I feel like it's always like politically, like, yeah.
Or it's like people that I follow, and it's like I'm just like looking at their stories. I feel like is what it is more than like my actual feed.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people that I follow that are, I wouldn't say like, they lean a certain way politically, and they're very voiced about their opinions. And it's like those are the ones that I feel like when I'm reading something negative, it's like usually on their profiles. But as far as like my news feed, like I feel like my news, or just my normal feed on Instagram is like jujitsu and workout stuff and skateboarding stuff, and like it's like all the shit that I like to see.
Yeah, it's hard to be negative with that.
Yeah, it's all it's all like MMA, people getting knocked out or whatever. It's like but this was shadow banning hides users posts without telling them.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think shadow banning is a real thing. It's like I don't think I've ever experienced it, but for a lot of people out there, I'm sure that people have experienced that for sure.
I'm sure Murph has. Murph?
Yeah, Murph. I think Murph has been vocal about experiencing it before. I could be wrong about that, but
social media suppresses nuance, favors outrage. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Platforms throttle independent media or dissenting voices, and corporate influence shapes search results and visibility.
Yeah. People that are paying all the ads and making all the money.
Right.
Yeah.
They want the return on that investment.
Yeah. This next one's right up your alley.
Yeah.
Money is created out of thin air.
Yeah.
Debt equals new money in modern banking.
Yeah. I mean, the Fed is just printing money. Like it's
when a bank issues a new loan, it creates new money, not from reserves. That's a pretty, that's something I don't think a lot of people know. That like, just because you get a loan for, $200,000 necessarily, doesn't necessarily mean, that bank has 200 cash. They probably have 200 cash, but the
way it's supposed to work is banks are supposed to keep 10% reserves. So like if you have $100,000 at the bank, they got to keep 10,000 of that in the reserves. The other 90 they can lend out. That's how it's supposed to work. So if you've got 100 people and have 100,000 in there, you've got all this money now that you can lend out. That's how it's supposed to work. But like the government, it's more so, I would think, maybe not so much the banks, but again, who knows? This is all stuff that they're saying that we should know. But I mean, anytime the government issues in treasury or anything like that, I mean, it's just printing money for that treasury or that bond and those things that they're issuing out. People are buying those, so it's a debt that they're issuing. But there's been a lot of talks about deregulating the banks and going back to the gold standard, and that's why there's a lot of places that are hoarding gold right now. I saw a couple posts regarding this not too long ago. But yeah, I mean, that could be something that essentially could dethrone the Fed if we do deregulate the banks and we go back to a gold standard. Now everything's based on the value of gold. I know we talked about that with Bill for a little bit when he was here, but we didn't dive too much into it.
No, because I'll be honest, I don't know much about it.
Honestly, I wish I knew more.
The system requires constant growth and debt expansion to survive.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's some form of debt.
Yeah. I mean, you look at people's finances all day. How often is it does someone have zero debt? It's probably few and far between, I would imagine.
Yeah. And they're calling me to take out a debt. So
Yeah, exactly. That's true.
yeah, everybody I talk to, they buy
One-
a house, they're going to have at least one line of debt.
One line of debt. Yeah.
So
Man.
this one I think we all know. Modern medicine often treats symptoms, not causes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hurting. I'll take an ibuprofen. That just reduces the pain. Helps reduce the pain.
Yeah, it's not curing you.
No, you don't know.
Well, even like, you know, it's cancer treatment. It's not a cure for cancer.
Right.
You know, like you go to get chemo. It's just poison. It's literally poisoning your body to get the cancer to die, and hopefully you don't die too.
Right.
So that's how I understand it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think we're starting to see a rise, like, you know, with New Age and places like that, you know, are now looking at more of the underlying issues and looking to treat those to help with healing and things like that. More functional medicine than your traditional medicine. But I mean, that's the thing too, is like, how often when you go to a doctor are they asking what your nutrition's like, what you're eating, what your exercise is like?
Never.
You know, I'll be honest, my guy's not bad about this. I mean, I played hockey. My dad played hockey with this guy for years, and I've skated with him before. And, you know, they'll be like, well, what, you know, are you exercising? What's your exercise routine look like? And I'm like, well, this is what I do. And then they're like, well, what about eating, sleeping, all that stuff? So I'll be honest, my guy's not bad about asking that. But that's not usually like their first line of treatment. Like, oh, maybe we should change your diet, or maybe we should look at what you're eating. It's more of like, oh, well, we got this medicine that we prescribe you.
Yeah. It's like, I don't want a pill, dude.
I don't want a pill. Yeah. It's just like, I want to fix the problem. And so, yeah. I mean, that's where the testosterone and all that stuff came in for me, was because I was always told for years that it was my thyroid, having thyroid issues. And it turns out my thyroid's great. Perfect thyroid function. It's my testosterone was at the level of an 80-year-old man. You know? And then, you know, talking with some people and you know, conversations had, I forgot who was telling me, there was a conversation with a doctor that's the head doctor that said, you know, men, like for like a guy like me who is healthy, exercises regularly, but I've had head trauma, that low testosterone could be is a mild form of CTE.
Yep.
Which, you know, I've had multiple people in my life say, you need to go, like, if there's a way to test for this, you need to get tested for this. I just don't think there is. I don't think they can really know until you're dead.
Until you're dead.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
So it's like, I very well could. 6 concussions in 3 years. 2 of them extremely bad. Like knocked unconscious, having seizures on the ice, or passing out from it. Like, yeah, those aren't good concussions.
No.
You know, like there's some serious brain damage there. And, you know, you know, there's still things like that. I think I still, you know, bright lights too. Like I have to have sunglasses on when I go outside. Like I can't not. I used to be fine being outside without any glasses on, but I have to have glasses on. But yeah, I mean, it's just like things like that you're like, fuck, I don't know. Maybe there are some underlying issues there with that, but no treatment for it.
Right.
So I'm like,
yeah, what are you going to do?
You know, I don't know. That's a great question.
Get on the juice, baby.
Hell yeah. Fucking big.
Yeah, dude. Oh yeah, here's another. I mean, this is kind of right in line with what we're talking about. And chronic illness is a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Right.
I mean, you don't think about a hospital being a business, but it is.
It's a business.
It's
a big,
fucking business, dude.
Big pharma.
Like,
Look at how much
the
fucking money they made. What was the documentary? What's the opioid crisis?
Oh, there's so many of them. I've watched a ton of them with
Right.
the Sackler family.
Yeah.
And everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that docudrama on Netflix, I think, or no, is it Hulu? Where what's his name? Michael fucking God, I can see his face. He's the guy who plays Ferris Bueller.
Oh yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Fuck. He's old now, but
Matthew Broderick.
Matthew Broderick. He plays one of the Sacklers, and it's like
Yeah.
a whole drama about them, and fucking wild, dude.
Right.
It's so wild. Like all the whole opioid crisis, and just how they, you know, push this as
Push the Oxycontin.
Oxycontin, about how it was, you know, it was non-addictive.
Whatever they call
No,
it.
it was Oxycontin at the time. You know, they advertise it
Fudge
as
their
they advertise it as non-addictive
fudge
and
their numbers.
oh yeah. I mean they and you know what's crazy about a lot of these. I mean the pharmaceutical companies are the ones who run the studies.
Right. Well,
So
that
it's like
yeah.
they're gonna fudge those numbers and make it
Well,
look
and
like it's
here's the thing. Any survey you do, you're just going to have a set of numbers. You can use those numbers however you want to make your point come across.
yeah.
You know, and so I mean, for example, the one we just talked about with the six packs versus the millionaires. It's a very small percent, like 12% of men are millionaires. You know, 2% of men have six packs. So yeah, it's easy. Oh yeah, you're 6 times more likely to be a millionaire than you are to have a six pack. But I mean, that's not
exactly a
right. You're
good
not looking
calculation
right.
there,
Exactly.
like
You know, so and not to, I mean, we see it all the time with the numbers that we get for this, like with mortgage rates and that affect rates, like the BLS jobs report, how many jobs are projected and then what comes out. And then after the fact, they're like, oh yeah, we kind of fucked this up by about 800,000 jobs. Like,
oops.
whoops.
Oopsie.
You know, yeah.
Like,
By then
what?
it's too late and it doesn't really have the effect on the correction side of it that it should. And there's a lot of weight put to that. And so, you know, there's so much manipulation within whether, you know, however you want it. Like you could literally, like you could have the same, you know, data ran and you got one group of people that are going to serve the numbers that make it towards what they want. And the other side who opposes that side is going to take the numbers and get it to favor what they want.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you have to do your own research and read the studies and things like that. But that's the problem. Nobody wants to. And so
nobody has the time to sit there and read through a
right.
50-page study.
Right. So
just going to read the headline.
Right. And they're like, oh shit, that's scary. And really it's like, oh, it's
Yeah.
COVID. Perfect example.
Perfect example.
Yeah. Like, you know, they're telling us all these people are dying from it, but then when you like dive into it, all the comorbidities with the people that have died from it, don't get me wrong.
The average death had 4 comorbidities.
Yeah. You know, and then like you start hearing about, you know, people that would die in car accidents or stuff like that, but had COVID. So they were counted as a COVID death. So the hospital could get more money. Like,
well, and those tests are such a, like, you know, and the test, at least from my understanding, like the way that the test would call something positive is not, you know, it's like, you know, I don't exactly know how it worked, but it wasn't like a true COVID, you know, it wasn't exactly always such a true form
right.
of COVID. It was like some other, you know, like the COVID virus that wasn't the COVID-19. It would show up or whatever it was. But yeah, dude, COVID was a perfect example. I wonder
if we could like search CHAT GPT and find out how much money was made by big pharma during COVID.
Oh yeah, I mean,
might
be able to tell us. But yeah, I mean, COVID. I mean, it's a perfect example because I think that was a huge wake up call for. I mean, I know it was for me. You know, in that time and realizing what. I mean, you kind of really got to see behind the curtain of the pharmaceutical industries and the medical industry and just kind of everything there. It like makes you kind of realize that it is a for-profit business, which is just crazy, man.
Let's see what Chat GPT has to say about this. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Big Pharma recorded extraordinary revenues and profits driven largely by vaccines and treatments. So Pfizer, their COVID vaccine made them $37 billion.
Oh, is that it?
With a net profit doubled about $22 billion.
Oh, that's it.
Twice its total in 2020. Yeah, revenue jumped. Total revenue jumped from $41.7 billion in 2020 to $81.3 billion in 2021.
Jeez.
2022, the vaccine plus the antiviral Paxlovid, whatever. Over half of the year, they made $100 billion in revenue.
It's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Moderna made $17.7 billion. BioNTech $4.2 billion in vaccine sales. Yeah.
Well, I want to, you know, I guess this is something I've never understood. If I know that you could always go places and get the COVID shot for free. How are they making their money? I guess it's like
health insurance. I guess
is that what it is?
Maybe. Overall pharma process across major vaccine makers: Pfizer, Moderna, BioNTech, Sinovac. Estimated total profits reached $90 billion during 21 and 22. Top 20 pharma giants generated $455 billion in profits from 2020 to 2022.
Wow.
Averaging $5,000 per second with margins around 19%.
I'm looking up. I'm curious just like what the percentage of the population got the COVID vaccine. 'Cause I think it's got to be higher than 50, right?
Probably.
70%.
I'm proud to be one of the 30.
Me too, buddy. Me too. I mean, honestly, I'm probably like, at least in my family, like I know I'm probably one of the only ones that didn't get it.
Yeah, same.
You know, I mean, I was getting pushed on me so fucking
Same.
hard, dude.
Same.
Everybody was like, but
Every time I go in for a physical, you want to get the COVID shot?
yeah,
No.
they ask, right? They do the same thing when we take the kids to the pediatrician. I'm like, you fucking kidding me? Why?
Yeah. Melissa got it, and one of the follow-ups, and she was pushing it hard. And
For the kids?
For me and the kids, and I just told her, I said, no, not until we know more about this.
Yeah.
I was like, the shit was rushed. I was like, sure, they come out down the line, and it's great. Sure, we'll talk about it. But now she won't let the kids get it.
Yeah.
She's upset that she got it.
Yeah, my dad is too. Both my parents, we've talked about it several times. Like, my dad thinks it's like affected his health because now, like, my whole life, my dad would like, me and my dad were kind of the same way. Like, we never really get sick.
Same.
And now, like, ever since, because he got COVID, when he got COVID, he got it like he was one of the ones that got it really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he had like a fever for like almost 2 weeks straight. Like,
right.
I've never seen him that sick. We were like really worried about him. And and then I think he did get I can't remember if he got it. I can't remember if he got it before or after he got really sick. But ever since then, like, he says, he gets sick all the time, and like he just like feels like his like respiratory system isn't what it used to be, and like I don't know if that's from COVID or from the shot or what it was, but like they've told me like it's freaky, man.
Yeah.
Like I'm very proud to say that I didn't get it.
Well, right. And you hear about all these, and again, who knows? Like, you don't really know for sure, but like all these athletes that were dropping down, like having heart issues and things like that after, like, and depending on what you're like, oh, it's from the COVID shot. We don't know that for sure, but
yeah,
that was kind of the common denominator amongst all the ones that it was happening to.
Yeah.
So, but again, we just talked about how much money they made, and the government's not going to regulate it because they're getting kickbacks on that stuff.
Yeah, they are.
So, like, why?
It's a business,
right? Why would they want to stop? They're only getting millions of dollars from this.
Yeah, and then the crazy thing about that is what does every business want? They want to make more money than they
right.
did the year before.
Exactly.
So it's like, okay, well, that's why they're still pushing the shit.
Right.
But I think people got wise to it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah. Oh man, most history taught in school is sanitized or incomplete.
I could agree with that.
Yeah.
I think that they're, I think we saw a lot of that come out with the Black Lives Matter movement,
mm-hmm.
and, that they're pushing that the schools were not really telling the full truth, or
mm-hmm.
trying to minimize a lot of the stuff that was going on with slavery and
mm-hmm.
and things like that, which, looking back on it, yeah, I'm sure there was. I know we had lessons on it, but it wasn't very detailed. Like, oh, yeah, there was slavery. Oh, slavery ended.
We didn't just fucking end.
Right.
Like, it wasn't like,
right.
There's still repercussions of that
right.
shit that, today. Even stuff on, in this bullet point here, it brings up like key figures like MLK, Gandhi, Malcolm X. I heard something recently on another podcast that, like, it's not like I'm saying MLK was a bad guy, or like he, like his beliefs were bad or anything, but like, he's kind of viewed as this like saint, but like supposedly he had like 40 something mistresses or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true. I heard
right.
that on a podcast. I don't know if it's true, but that's not something you're going to read in a textbook.
Right.
That makes you think a little differently about him.
Right. I don't think, everybody not talking about how, some of those ancestors, like George Washington had slaves, like all these early presidents had slaves and things like that. And,
he also had lead poisoning because his dentures were made out of, his teeth were made out of slave teeth, and they were like held together by lead, and so he had like lead dentures in his mouth with slave teeth.
Oh my gosh.
And so like you're wondering why this guy was so fucking crazy.
Right.
You see him like on all the paintings where he's in like the front of the boat and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was just maybe he was brave, but he was also fucking crazy.
Right. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, like it says here, many textbooks are written by corporations with political motives. So obviously, yeah.
All right, let's go to the next one. The digital divide is widening. Tech is leaving huge parts of the world behind. Millions still lack internet or basic digital literacy. AI will eliminate many jobs, and low-skill workers won't easily transition. I mean, we're seeing. I mean, with how much you and I use CHAT GPT, and I mean, you can use it for fucking everything, dude. It's wild.
I think it's a great thing that you could pair to make your job easier.
Oh, dude, I was fucking around the other day with like I put in I described all of the offers that I got on this house because I was like I'm just curious like what this is gonna say.
Right.
And I like put them in Chat GPT and I was like, what are the chances of one of them didn't have our highest offer was a VA loan. And we had one that was $5,000 less, but it was no appraisal contingency. And so like but in conventional. So my sellers were between the two. And I was like, all right, what is, I basically, kind of described the VA offer that was for more. And I was like, okay, like, what's the likelihood that we run into an appraisal issue? And, it like really like went through all the comps and it was fucking wild.
That's nuts.
Like I didn't have to put any comps in there. Like it just fucking looked everything up. And I was like, holy shit. Like, wow. Like this just, and then I'm going on the MLS just to like double check that everything in there is accurate. And it's fucking, it pulled up all these comps. And I'm like, oh shit, I didn't even see that one. Like I'm like, whoa, crazy.
Right.
It's wild, man. I mean, how many like coding jobs and, truck drivers are going to be, eliminated once these self-driving cars get out there. Like, why would they need to risk human lives when these trucks are going to have more like accuracy and like not, probably less accidents, less deaths, less problems. They can drive through the night, like you don't have to just do an 8-hour shift. You can just fucking drive the whole time.
So I just typed in my old address. I'm like, what's the value of this house? For that address and matching nearby addresses and that zip code, exact current data isn't available. However, estimates based on corporate comparable homes nearby are a strong indication. 734 is 660, roughly 664,000. 730. Then Andrew Ryan, the house that you sold, or that is like, it has all that information. Just pulled everything up.
It's crazy, man. I'm not gonna rely on it, but I will use it as a tool.
Yeah, it says plus or minus 700 or 700,000 plus or minus roughly 50,000. But that's crazy.
It is, man.
Pulling from Zillow, Redfin, Realtor. Man. Crazy. Yeah.
All right, next one. Space isn't as far away as you think. We live on a razor thin shell of habitability.
Yeah, I mean, what is it? Karaman line. What is that? The edge of space is 62 miles up or an hour drive straight up.
That's it.
Wow.
That's crazy. If you think about that. It's only an hour. Like if you could just drive, it's an hour north.
Right.
Or not north.
Yeah.
Up.
That's like driving from your house to Troy.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You think it's so much farther than that.
Right.
Wow. We act like the Earth is limitless, but it's a fragile island in space.
Yeah. The atmosphere is paper thin relative to Earth's size. Climate systems are delicate and easily disrupted by emissions, deforestation, etc. Space travel might look cool, but fixing Earth is more urgent.
Jeez. Crazy, man.
Yeah.
Synthetic biology and gene editing are advancing quietly. We are editing life faster than we understand it. CRISPR allows editing of DNA in embryos, plants, viruses, and more. Have you heard about CRISPR before?
Mm-mm.
So CRISPR it's a gene editing software. Supposedly, I think they're doing less of it here, but from what I've heard of it, it's going on a lot in China. And they supposedly can they edited these the embryos so that like the kids wouldn't get, I think it was like some kind of cancer or something. Like it was trying to like eliminate a cancer gene, and it ended up like making their like IQs significantly higher.
Oh wow.
Just like, I mean, that's just the fucking, I
Right.
mean, like,
Well, here, I mean, like mRNA. I mean, we've heard a lot about that, especially with the vaccines, with COVID. But you know, mRNA tech opens doors for vaccine, cancer treatments, and biohacking. You know, but it's like the ethical oversight on it. You know, it's like here it says it's lagging behind the innovation. So it's like, is this really ethical? Like, is this really something that we should be tampering with or fucking with? I don't know.
probably not.
No.
Kind of playing God,
Right.
you know? All right. Number 10, economic collapse is always closer than it looks. Stability is more of an illusion than a guarantee.
Mhm.
The 2008 crisis happened because of complex financial tools few understood.
Yeah. I mean, look at those banks that failed a few years ago when they put the run on the bank and they went and, you know, if that happened everywhere, like I said, they only keep 10% of reserves.
Yeah.
You don't have most people's money is really just a number on
Just
a
a
screen.
number on a screen. Yeah. Like if,
So.
you know, like if I went into my bank and said like, give me all the money I have in this bank. Like I want it cash right here. Like they, you know, maybe they could do it for me, but, but for, you know, somebody out there that has millions of dollars, like they're not going to do that for you.
Right. Well, and that's the thing
It's
too.
going to take them probably weeks to do that. I would
Right.
imagine. I don't know.
And what, like the scary thing too is like our national debt and inflation. I mean, granted, we got inflation under control a little bit, but it was scary there when we were seeing 9%. I mean, you know, with where we were at in total debt versus that inflation rate. I mean, you know, it's a ticking time bomb. You know, so something has to happen and something needs to change. But like they're also saying like black swan events, like, you know, like the pandemic. You know, they're hard to predict, but anything is possible. So it's crazy.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
It's freaky shit, man.
Yes, it is.
A lot of crazy stuff, but
very much so.
This is fun, man. I miss doing these.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like we can kind of just bullshit instead of like being in interviewer mode,
right.
You know, and just kind of fuck around,
chit chat,
just chit chat.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for tuning in today. You know, if you could hit that subscribe button for us, that would help us out a ton. Pat and I are trying to get to 500 before the end of 2025. So if you enjoyed the episode, please send it to a friend. We would really appreciate it. Hit that like button as well. Comment what you thought below, and we'll see you next time.